So what's up everyone? Me and my group will be showing to you on how to install operating system Windows 10 on your computer together with its steps. So in this step, we need to back up our files. First things first, we need to click this button right here at the bottom left corner of your screen and then type Control Panel and then open. Click when it says Backup and Restore. Then, click where it says Change Settings First. So now, in this screen, Windows would ask you where you want to back up your files. After selecting your preferred path, click where it says Next. So now, Windows would give you two choices. So in this case, we're gonna choose this option Let Me Choose and then click Next. After that, you will see a file path. This involved right here is the main user's account, here Mambahe. And if I expand this string right here, you will see more locations. After that, click Next. Then click Save Settings and Exit. Alright, so once you do that, then you are going to click Backup Now. After clicking that one, Windows will automatically back up your files. Step 2. Get an installer, DVD or USB flash drive. In order to do that, we need to go to this URL. And then, click Download Tool now. After, click Start Downloading. Right after downloading, click Open Folder. Now it will redirect you from your files. Then right-click Media Creation Tool 2182, then click Run as Administrator. After that, you will see a Windows logo. And it gonna come up with a wizard that says getting a few things ready. After that, you're gonna go down and accept the user's term and license terms. Then, click the Accept button. And it's gonna go back to getting a few things ready for the next step. Now, it's gonna ask you what do you want to do, where do you want to select the Create Installation, Media, USB flash drive, DVD or ISO files for another PC. And then, click Next. This next part is gonna ask you your language, edition, and architecture. Then click Next. Now this part gonna ask you which media to use. If you want to use Windows 10 on another partition, then you need to create and run the media to install it. Now, it says select a USB flash drive. Now, plug in the flash drive that you're going to be using. Click the USB, then proceed to Next. And it's now on progress. So step 3, boot your computer with your installer. So it's now restarting. So now, since we are using an older board and we are not sure if it has a boot menu, we need to do is we will get into the BIOS. Typically by hitting F2 or the delete key, navigate to a section that either says boot or hard drives or priorities, and find where you are going to move the USB drive. Open priority so you can read in boot from it first. This is actually a good idea to have your manual on hand, as in that manual it may actually tell you which is your boot manual or how to into BIOS or how to move things around.
Step 4. The screen says getting ready. It's gonna bring you to this point where it's gonna ask you to choose your region. So we're just going to choose the US, but you can choose what fits for you. And then click yes. From here, it's gonna say just a moment one more time, and then it's gonna ask you for the correct keyboard layout again for today's demo. We're gonna choose US and then click on yes. And then you can add a secondary keyboard layout if you want by clicking on add layout, but for today, we're just gonna click on skip here. Since this is our personal computer, we can choose set up for personal use, then click on next. Let's as if that we already logged in our Microsoft account. Click next. Next, I'm going to decline digital assistance, as well as those are completely up to you. Same with the privacy settings on your device, online, speech recognition, location, diagnostic. These are all up to the user's preferences. Click on accept. Again, it says just a moment and finalize everything, and it's gonna tell you hi on screen, and it's gonna start the process to take you into your desktop. Now, depending on the hardware of your computer, this could take 10-15 minutes. It just depends on the hardware specs of the computer. In this step, we are on the desktop. We can type here the word device manager. Here, where it says device manager, go ahead and click on it. It's gonna go through and it's going to start to find and install the most up-to-date drivers for the hardware that's in your computer. Now, if you have a third-party stuff such as different graphic cards or different audio cards, it may be best to go online and actually search for those drivers and make sure that you have the most up-to-date driver as Windows updates. For the last step in today's demonstration, so currently we're on the desktop and we're going to start typing the word activation settings. This should come up right here where it says activation settings. Go ahead and click on it, and then it's gonna open a settings window in the background. As you can see, the window is already activated because during the installation of Wizard, I log in my Microsoft account. So in this step, there is no need for me to change my key settings.